I'm Osaze Seneferu, and I'm 18 years old, and I'm a college student at California College of the Arts in Oakland, California. And I was born in Berkeley, California. However, my father, Malik Seneferu, who's from Bayview's Hunters Point, that's how I got my connection. And basically my experience, coming to Hunters Point or the Bayview has really been through coming to work with my father and to Safe Haven, which is was a really interesting experience. I remember, I think it was every weekend, because of school, that would come out here on 3rd Street to Safe Haven, and I would just be with them at work and interact with the other kids. It's no longer there anymore. However, that was my main memory of Hunters Point. Not only that, but I do have family members that did stay up here, like my grandmother and aunt. So that's been my main connection with Hunters Point. And even though I'm not from here, I do consider this place like a place that I'm familiar with and almost somewhat like home, especially because of all the people that my dad knows. Thus, they most likely, or some of them, have met me. So I almost feel like this is like another home or comfort space for me that I'm familiar with. Well, I would say already being his son, like there's that natural talent, but even aside from that, just watching him paint, it's very calming to just watch him create. And so from that, when I see him work, it like just creates a spark starts, and it makes me want to create something. So yeah, that's how I've been influenced, just pure observation, and seeing and asking questions. Also helping them with murals, which actually are up here in Hunters Point. So that's another tie to Hunters Point, helping them with murals out here. So that was a big influence to me, and something I do want to do in the future. Right. Okay. Yeah. Of course, being an individual artist and exhibiting in museums and shows. However, aside from that, the Bay Area, it is very expensive, and I can't just like do painting and drawing alone. So also what I would like to do is, right now I'm in school for painting and drawing. However, I would like to get my MFA in visual and critical studies to go on and become a museum director, and also do curating on the sides, which I'm actually in the practice of right now through being the co-facilitator of the students of color coordination, along with two other members. So that's one of my ambitions in art. Yeah. Well, I would say one, it's giving me the space, to really just be free. For most of my life, I lived in Fresno, and had nothing to do. So I would just draw whatever came to mind. Not only that, I was like, why not make money off of something I really love doing? So that's yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, I have lots of different interests in art, like doing multimedia work. I would like to do, as I said before, a mural, some murals someday, and so that's my main influence or interest in art. And there's so many, I would say I'm very open-minded, especially when it comes to being creative. So I like lots of different aspects of art. I would say Basquiat, he's one influence. Another one, I also have to say Joe Sam, who also is an artist that knows my father and that I saw frequently. And I actually have a painting of his in my room, which is amazing. You know, when I was little, I didn't really know. All I knew is that, like, he's really close to my dad, and yeah. But then as I grew older and I did research on him for myself, just to know who he is, I was like, man, like, I have a Joe Sam piece in my room, you know, and it's like that's intense, you know. And but yeah, Basquiat and Joe Sam. Joe Sam, there's some influences. Yeah. Let's say it's important, especially with black young people, because it like motivates us, you know, to think and create change. You know, I feel good with stating that. It goes into the whole idea, or how once there was an idea, or even still to this day, that art is for the elite. You know, for the longest time I didn't get that, but now I understand why to some degree, and that's because of that very ideal that art inspires, you know, for you to think, you know. So I feel like, especially as black youth, we're just always caught in an idea of like we're just, you know, only supposed to go, you know, to school, which is great. However, go to school and not like look, don't have any high standards, you know, just go to school and just stay in this like monotonous cycle of depth. So I feel with art, we can inspire a change, and to think about our reality and think about the everyday things that we see, and almost critique it as like, or question like, is this really for my benefit, or is this, you know, meant to, you know, gain control over my mind, so that way I won't ask questions, because that's also what art is for too, to inspire social interaction. And so that's the power of art, you know. I feel like there's like art is like more so like perspective, and like there's so many things you can do with art. So I feel like that's the importance of art with youth, is broadening our horizons and seeing, gaining new perspectives based upon our reality. I would say how it's impacted me is it makes me like want to also, you know, be able to have that, like, you know, to have that type of power and influence, you know. For the, you know, most of the time, like I'll be out with my parents, and like, you know, people come to me and be like, you have amazing parents, and it's like I'm so used to it, you know. But as you know, as time went on, I was like, man, like I want to be able to create, you know, a platform, you know, moving on in this legacy where, you know, I'll also, you know, be known, you know, as a great activist and artist. So I would say they really influence like my thinking as activists and artists, and how I should really look at myself in this world as a black male. Yeah, that's how they've been a major influence on me. Yeah. They interact. Well, I would say they interact together because, again, art is a social. It's supposed to inspire, or the idea of having social interaction. You know, once you have social interaction, especially within the Bayview, you know, that's once you get the whole community to come in and interact with each other and inspire other ideas and plant seeds in other people's minds to create art, or just to live their life on a higher, you know, on a higher existence, you know, yeah.